Okay, like after 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Amazing. Hello to both of you.
Hello.
So, can you guys talk to me a bit about how you've met and how long you two have known each other?
Yeah. Had the unfortunate chance to meet her when we first moved in together in first year. We were like putting halls together, so it was kind of just like the luck of the draw.
Yeah, we were like messaging each other on Facebook. We found out who we were moving in together with, and it was like, oh, I wonder what it's going to be like. But yeah, I guess we got pretty lucky because I know a lot of people kind of fall out, but we've been living together for like 3.5 years.
This will be like our 4th year together,
Yeah.
and like the other people that we live with in this house as well, we also live with in that same place. So it's like we've all been constantly
like
all
a little
together.
family.
Yeah, no, it's very sweet.
So you guys have all been quite close.
Yeah,
Living
very
together,
close
which
now.
I can imagine is quite nice.
Yeah.
What, are you guys both still studying?
Yes. I mean, there's only 3 of us in this house still that are still studying. Somehow it's like worked out because all of us have done like completely different courses, we all started off in different years.
Like I did a foundation year and then like you.
I resat my first year and then like
and
one of us did your industry.
And then like PGC and stuff. So it's kind of worked out really well that we've all continued living together because at first we were going to graduate at different times, but it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, we've had like one inclusion of like a guest
Yeah.
for like a year, I guess.
Yeah.
But even that worked out nicely. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, we've got a very good like circle and like relationship with each other, which is really nice. And like, I feel like it's quite easy for people to kind of like slip in and out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what courses do you two study?
Well, I do creative arts practice, so, but mostly textiles, yeah.
And I do creative writing, which is very fun.
So creative.
It's a creative little household.
Yeah.
So if we could chat a little bit about your drag experience and how I've heard that you've helped out, is that correct? How has that worked?
Yeah. Do you want to start off with how you got into drag?
I can't really remember how I got into drag fully. I know that I spoke about it when you interviewed me last, but it was with like Wig, the Wig show. I started doing drag and like going to that with like all of the housemates back in first year was very fun because I didn't really know much about. I knew about drag and I've really experienced it or like seen drag shows really. So going to see that was fun, and then like chatting to some of the drag queens that performed there was nice, and then they had the little runway. And then like each time I would go to Wig and like I'd dress up, I'd try and do this runway until I finally won it end of 2024.
Yeah, and it was the one time I didn't go. And
Ariane went with us, but then she had to like go home. She was feeling faint. Just a wistful little maiden.
Yeah, I know. But I watched the video back. It looked really good.
Yeah, I don't know how I won that one to be honest, but.
More confident.
Yeah, I had got a tattoo and I got like saran wrap around my arm and everything. It was like, it wasn't my best look.
It must have been good.
Though I wore her dress.
Yes.
That's one thing that's really helpful about having like female housemates is that they've got options for outfits, which is nice.
And I remember like for one of my birthdays once, you like had a surprise of like dressing up as like me.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like,
I've done like Ariane in drag.
Wardrobe,
Yeah.
So it's great, and you have the wig as well.
Yes.
So I feel like it's been really fun like getting to watch you kind of be a little bit interested, and then go on to like full on like hosting shows and stuff, and like it's been really nice to like see you like kind of get more comfortable with it and like coming up with like. I think because at first you were just like borrowing our clothes and stuff, and then you kind of moved towards like more like full on like costume ideas, and then like designing your own costumes.
Yeah, I've designed some of my own stuff. I mean, the stuff that I wore in the interview that we did together last, Ariane made for me, and like I designed it and Ariane made it, which is what I've got this little book for. It's like full of all my little different ideas that I'll just like draw up. I have like an idea of a costume, so then I'll draw a little sketch of the outfit, which is quite fun, I think. And then I'll like show them to Ariane and there's like one specific, there's like this one that she loves, because she loves dandelions, if you couldn't tell, with like the massive flowers. And I feel like I show it to her and she's like, oh, I like that one. And then
it's really fun like going through them all and being like, this one could work, and like talking about the practicalities of like, how we'd actually bring them to life. And I think I really like that collaboration of being like, I don't have to come up with the pressure of like the idea.
Yeah.
So it's really nice that you've got the design, and then I'm kind of like the more practical
You turn
side
it into
of, like, how
a way to actually make
and,
it.
like, I remember like for one of them, we wanted like a chainmail type of look, so
Yeah.
we found this like old chainmail type top on like.
It was like from Vinted. It was like a kid's like chainmail like hat and like
We didn't
t-shirt.
realise quite how small it was.
It was for like a
so-
3-year-old.
Yeah.
And somehow we made a like a bikini top and
Yeah.
like trousers out of
So
it.
to like be really careful with
shorts.
like cutting it up and making sure there was enough, but
No wasting
a
fabric.
little bit of trial and error, but we got there.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
like, it looked good with like the,
No,
the boots
absolutely.
and like the hair and
Yeah.
everything as well, especially.
Yeah.
And I really liked the other one as well, the like circus vibe with the big
Yeah.
skirt, and when you added the little horses for the carousel look. I think
Yeah,
it really
so I had
comes
like a
together.
massive like petticoat, not petticoat, like what is it called? Like the boning for like a
Boning, yeah.
petticoat, and then used it as like a carousel, and then like cut out little foam pieces of horses and like had it to be like the carousel,
Yeah.
and then like a little red, little like almost like the Greatest Showman kind of
Yes.
like conductor shirt almost with like
Yeah.
little gold buckles,
Yeah.
massive pointy princess hat,
I think
peplum.
the fun thing is as well, in the making process, you kind of like try it on with like your normal clothes. like,
Yeah,
with the
I'll be
shirt
like looking like
underneath
this,
it.
then I'll have like
Yeah.
this like insane outfit on.
And then like seeing it go from that to like seeing you in like your full drag and like
Mhm.
up on stage, and like when you were twirling around and
Mhm.
like the skirt kind of like spreads out and stuff,
Mhm.
it's like really fun to be like, oh, it's all come together.
Yeah, it's like,
So-
oh, that's actually worked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because sometimes there are like little moments of like,
Where it's like,
is this actually
yeah, is
gonna-
it good?
gonna like stay like intact as well, because like
Yeah.
especially with making it, it's like, what if it breaks on stage? But I don't think we've had any mishaps so far.
No.
Both of them were fine.
Yeah, no, not at least not while I've been performing.
Yeah.
The like quality's been a very high assurance,
Yeah.
which I mean, yeah, that's super helpful that she does such a creative course that specializes in textiles, because it's I get to use her for free
Yeah.
instead of having to make costumes. It's bloody
Yeah.
brilliant.
And it's really fun as well, because like for my course, it's very like, oh, like contemporary arts kind of vibe. But for this, it's like it's just a bit fun with costumes, because like I don't really make costumes anymore. And I did a little bit in sixth form, so it's really nice to like get like an excuse to like come back to it and like get to make for fun, I guess.
Yeah.
I was going to say having it more in a fun way than a pressure of if it was for uni. This is
Yeah.
just
Nobody's
absolute
rating
fun.
me on it, so it's like you. Just you.
Yeah, the only one that you make look a fool is me, but I mean, I already look a fool, so it's fine.
Has there been any times where you've maybe had creative differences where Ben's go, oh, I want to do this, and you're like, well, or have you been absolutely like,
I feel like there's not been like creative differences in like ideas. I think it's more sometimes you'll be like, can you make this? And I'm like, practicality wise, of like if we're using like a non-stretch material, trying to figure out like
Yeah,
the
'cause,
fashion,
like,
how to wear it.
I'm making these designs with like an image of what it looks like already finally made in my mind, with like materials and fabrics that aren't
Yeah.
realistic for how it should be made. So then
Yeah.
Arian was then like taking it, thinking of it in her own ways. Then it's like sometimes it's difficult to like meet in that middle ground of like how I want it to look, but also how it is possible to look.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I think there's like a little bit of like problem solving and like testing things
Yeah.
out. Like with the jacket, it kind of had to slip over your head and then have the skirt bit not all the way around because of like the foam not stretching.
Yeah, because it had a high collar and it was made out of like kind of like a stiff, almost like felty fabric.
Yeah.
So like it wouldn't stretch over my head, so I couldn't pull it over. So we ended up having to like have it like have like a gap in the middle and have buckles so that I could wear it like a shirt.
Yeah, but I think that worked quite well. And
Yeah.
I think, that way it's like easier to put it on and off. So like if say you ever had quick changes or
Mhm.
anything, thinking about ways to like make it more practical to be able
Yeah.
to get in and out of.
Yeah, absolutely. And also like the buckles we used for the cape as well in the end.
That was a nice touch.
Yeah,
kind
it was
of
like
having like a little signature for like both of the outfits.
Yeah.
Kind of like
yeah.
yeah.
It's helpful. Yeah.
is there a particular outfit that's your favourite, either that you've worn or that you've made, or is there one that is your favourite that you're waiting to make?
Ooh, I think favourite one waiting to make, if you do want it being made, the dandelion one for
The
sure.
dandelion one, or the big mushroom one.
But I do also like the big mushroom, and I like the lampshade one. They all seem really exciting. So
Yeah.
I think once once uni's done, if there's any
Yeah.
costumes you want me to make.
And when I've got those excess funds to
Yeah.
just splash out on a bit of
Yeah.
material.
Because I think that's the hardest thing, is just trying to balance it alongside uni, but it hasn't been too bad. And then
No.
favourite one you've worn so far, I really like the carousel one.
Really?
Costume wise, but I think theme wise, I think the Barbarella one.
I like
It's
the
very,
the
like,
Space
powerful.
Warrior. I like it. I feel like it works. I don't know. Not that I don't like the carousel one. I just feel like the execution
Harder to
in
move
other
around in.
it's harder to move around in. I feel like there's other aspects of it that could be improved because the only part that we actually made of the outfit was really the top. Because the petticoat was bought and then I made the horses. I feel like it's a cool idea. It just needs to be made a bit differently to perhaps look a bit more glam. I feel like it does look a bit arts and crafty, which is my issue with it. So then the Space Warrior armor one works nicely. I feel like
cohesive.
yeah, I feel like it still looks a little bit arts and crafty. Mainly, but not because of people like crafting for it. I think it's most of the foam,
Yeah.
which is my bad. But it's like you're trying to like work with cheaper materials because
Yeah.
I don't get paid to do drag, so it's difficult to like.
Trying to find
Splash
stuff
out.
that fits in the budget.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, as a student.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
How has it felt from both of your perspectives? So you seeing the costumes come to life and her process of going through it, but also you seeing Ben go from, you know, the kind of normal everyday to then being in drag. That whole process must be so rewarding for both of you towards each other. What's that kind of feeling like towards each other in that process?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's cool to like have these designs that I'll just be sitting in my room. I'll like see something while I'm on my phone or like on my computer, and I'll be like, "That's a really fun idea," and then I'll draw it down, like gradually add things to this idea, and then being able to like show it to someone and have these ideas. I don't know. It's just quite nice to have more than anything, just have my ideas be affirmed because I'm not a designer. I never did fashion. I've never really indulged in much in terms of like design. I do art and I've done drawing and stuff like that, so it's like I have a good grasp on that, but I don't have a good grasp on like what actually works. I'm kind of just doing what works in my mind. So it's always nice to then like turn to someone who does have a better idea of like costume design, like costume like making, all of that kind of stuff, to like turn to them and be like, here's what I did while I was like in a haze at 3 a.m. and be like, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
And then to potentially have it made as well is very fun as well.
I think it's nice as well, kind of having someone else to design it for you, because I feel like the bit that I enjoy most about being creative is like the physical making. So it's really nice that you kind of do that work for me and like come up with the designs. And also I feel like because you've got a lot more knowledge about the drag world, you understand what works, what concepts will be effective and stuff. So it's nice to kind of like have the ideas ready and then just like think about the physical making. And then I think, with your transformation, it's just so exciting because I feel like obviously we live together and I can see you every day. So then just go full glam and like just like have fun with it. And I think as well like seeing your like development of your makeup skills and like how like you're going more and more outgoing, because like the first time you did it like it was good, well the first time I did it was really bad. I hadn't bought most of the makeup because I wasn't actually committed to doing the idea of drag. I kind of just like wanted to do it. It's like a fun costume night almost more than anything else, and I didn't like have foundation. I literally just did like contour and like eyeshadow and then like a bit of concealer and stuff like that and like lipstick, and it was I looked like bricky. But I think the first time you actually performed, I think it was still
good. Bad, but like better than it.
It was a good start.
I remember like testing my makeup and I was like in your room and I was like I feel unstoppable.
But yeah, I think you've definitely got more confident with it, and I think you've like learnt like technical skills of how to make it look stronger.
And also what works on my face.
And also you've kind of got like a signature style now. I feel like you've got certain
it's like
types of eyeshadow and types of contour that you use.
It's like part of drag is like creating like a character, but also creating like a bit of a brand as well. It's like you've got to create an identity that's recognisable, that's not just a replica of everyone else. Because like even though the Bath and Bristol drag scene isn't as big as like London or Manchester, let's say, they're still quite big scenes, and it's like trying to differentiate yourself from all the other queens that exist in terms of like the identity and like the kind of niche that you provide, as well as your makeup. It's, I don't know, it's a lot of stuff to balance, but it's also not as hard as it potentially sounds.
I think it's been nice as well, like coming with you to a lot of the drag shows. Is like I've kind of become more familiar with a lot of the Bath drag scene as well, and like there's people you see every time and you recognise them and they've got their like own style. Sorry, and I feel like it's nice to see that you've got your own style as well now. And like I remember we went to like a drag bingo night, and you had like a different name, and you were just beginning.
Yeah, Castaspella.
And you kind of like you've come so far from that to like having like a different name, and you've got like your whole Instagram account and your whole persona, and you've like really built up this like whole other like person. So yeah, it's really exciting, and I can't wait to see the next one you do as well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It must be so lovely having this kind of, I guess in a way, like girlhood together, and even stuff like trying on different clothes, sharing things. It must be so nice.
Yeah.
We always say like, Ben's one of the girls. Like.
Well, I am. Yeah.
Like if we have a girls' night, like you're in.
Well, it's like part of doing drag is what has helped me is like exploring the like the gender side of it all, and like how I realised that when I came into uni, I was like, I'm a boy, and then now in my 4th year, I'm like not a boy, but like I'm also like I'm not a girl. I'm just like a nice little in between, a little bit of like non-binary.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, being able to like be included in that girlhood is very affirming, because it just like kind of reaffirms that feeling of androgyny. Because I recognise that I present quite like more masculine than I do feminine most of the time, and I recognise that people like will call me a man over anything else, and that's fine. I don't owe anyone androgyny, so it's always nice to then like have my close circle, even though I don't like, I'm not very open about like my gender identity. It's not like I go around telling people like, oh, I prefer like if you use these pronouns. If someone asks, I'll tell them, but it's like being able to like have my housemates not even like question it, and just like have it be something that's just like natural, because it feels right, and that is what is right for me. So,
and it's nice to be able to like support that, and like even just having like feminine clothes that you can like experiment with without having to like go out and like commit to like buying something. I think it's quite fun to just be able to like have that space to like test things out before like going into like spaces that are less like safe.
Exactly.
That's so nice to hear that you guys will create such a safe space for each other, because there's always, like you said, kind of I guess in the outside world it can be not so safe, that it must be so nice and supportive having that and that safe space and creating that between you guys.
And it's like it like goes beyond us two as well, like all of our like house is quite queer, I suppose. Like we're all like, I mean, like I don't want to speak for you, but I know that when you came to uni you were like much different in terms of your identity than you are now.
Yeah, and I think it's been really nice, because I think as much as like school is kind of like, oh, you can kind of explore who you are, I think coming to uni has been such a like open space, and I think Bath Spa in general is quite an inclusive uni. So I think just like getting to explore like personal identity without like having to be scared that you're going to be judged, and just like having representation in people that we kind of surround ourselves with is really nice as well, because then you're like, oh, it's okay, you can be who you want to be, kind of thing. Like as much as it is a cliche, like it is true. So
that's so lovely. Do you have any kind of, what is it like going to these shows together, whether you're performing or it's just, oh, should we just go out for when I go to a show? What's that experience like for both of you?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny, like a lot of the like drag queens that I know all my friends as like my entourage. They're like Mother, who runs who runs the wig show, and like Remy Melee, who's my drag parent. They'll like recognise my friends our drag, and it's like my ex, who is obviously very involved in my drag, because he followed my development the entire time I was doing it, and he still does. He like used to work in the bar at Comedia, where like obviously they do a lot of the shows, so Mother would always be like, oh, oh, I know that one.
And I think I'm part of the dance society, and there was like a pride event that we were at, and Remy was the host and was like introducing us, and afterwards I was like, do you know Zelda? Like, I'm their housemate. So yeah, it's quite nice that like it's kind of prominent in so many different spaces that you don't expect it to be in, like DJ at malls and stuff, IT malls. But it's kind of, yeah, I feel like Bath is very, because it's quite small, you see all the same people.
Yes.
So it's nice to kind of have that community.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, in terms of like going to these events, I don't always go to these events in drag. Like, a lot of the time it's I don't know, getting in drag is a lot of hassle. It takes a lot of time, just a lot of effort, energy. So I don't know, like going to these drag events or like just like queer events out of drag is still very fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't feel any different to if I did go in drag. Like, even though Zelda Flower is a character, like whenever I'm with my friends, I'm still like, I don't know, it's weird. Like they all still call me Ben, even when I'm in drag. It's like it's weird because then I'll go like another drag queen and they'll be like, oh Zelda, and I'm like, whoa, I'm like flip flopping between these two people.
Yeah, I think as well because like I've never really delved into the drag world before coming to uni. So I think on that first weekend night, it was kind of like, oh, this is actually really fun. Like, it's like so different to what I'm used to, but like it was great, and I feel like now I'm really used to it.
I've only just made you watch Drag Race.
Yeah, I haven't watched Drag Race before, but I really enjoyed it.
She was convinced that she watched something where there was a wedding,
yeah,
and I was like, that's not Drag Race.
It was a different drag show, but it wasn't Drag Race. But yeah, that was really fun as well, and I think, yeah, it kind of, watching it is so different to the actual events that we've gone to, because I think just different people, different scales of like the costume, obviously they've got so much like more budget, but it's nice to see the same core elements as present in both of them.
Yeah.
So thank you for introducing me to
Yeah,
it.
you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm just doing charity work.
Does anyone have any questions? Anything else they'd like to bring up?
I would like to ask if they could introduce themselves and their names again, since we didn't have the roommate's name. Maybe it's just like, oh, my name is, and I am Ben's roommate.
Yeah, is that okay if you guys can just kind of introduce yourselves, and if you want to pop your pronouns in there as well, you can do.
I'm Ben. I'm also Zelda Flower. Drag extraordinaire. Ari Owen's housemate.
Yeah.
And this is?
Yeah, well, I am Ari Owen, Ben's housemate. My pronouns are she, her, but...
Yeah, my pronouns are whatever you want.
Amazing. There we go. If we cut that there, that's
Lovely.
amazing. Thank you, guys.
No, of course, thank you.
That was gorgeous. Sorry, I could get so into that.
Presentation.
Sorry.